Because the government is here to release the recommendations of the panel. So it would not be proper for me to start discussing it.
But I know you also have heard, okay, well, at least you could speak about this one. Why is it then that if they were going to write senior secondary school exams, many wonder their English not good enough? They don't even speak English, many who have heard them say that. You heard that, I'm sure.
Yes, I did.
What did you find out when you were establishing that they were missing? In terms of that particular respect? In terms of
that, we didn't see them to find out whether they were speaking English or not. So I've not identified them, I don't know them. We are working on video. But just like you said, the people are conjecturing.
There were those who said they escaped from Boko Haram who were kidnapped and escaped.
Yes.
You didn't speak to any of them?
We did. We did.
What did you ask and what did they say?
I've told you that this paper has not been released by government. I don't want to go beyond this. Until the government releases the paper. I think the government is a continuum. The government can look at the paper and possibly release it and look at it and see the much work we've done.
And you think that was handed over to this government?
Of course.
Why do you think
an elaborate ceremony. It was handed over in an elaborate ceremony.
Do you think they should have released it a long time ago?
Well, I don't operate in government. I don't know. So it's left for government.
As one who participated in establishing...
I expected that the government should have released the paper. And the government is a continuum. I'm sure the present government is in custody of the recommendations of the panel.
Still speaking about security, before our time runs out, let's turn our attention to herdsmen. I think we'll have a little report to signpost that if we can take that, we should. The situation in herdsmen, we see several reports happening now and then about it. What do you, are we approaching this the way we should?
Well, the issue of the herdsmen is very, very worrisome. And I'm afraid if we don't handle it, it's going to be worse than Boko Haram. Don't also forget that the group has been classified by the World Terrorist Index as one of the deadliest groups in Nigeria, apart from Boko Haram. So the government needs to come out with plans on how to do this. And I think the best way to do it is to sensitize the members of the public, educate especially where they're having clashes. We have clashes in Delta, in Oyo, in the North Central, everywhere. So it's a very big problem. I begin to wonder if actually these are herdsmen. Why do they carry sophisticated arms, killing innocent people? I think it goes beyond this issue of herdsmen. And that is what I think the government should look into critically to establish the intent so that it doesn't turn out to be an extension of Boko Haram that have been degraded or decimated and they are prowling in the name of herdsmen.
What do you think those who are saying they haven't heard enough from either government or security agencies about this, what do you think goes on in their minds that they don't know about how security operates?
Well, you don't blame such people because on this issue, the government has not given sufficient information. And the government cannot also come out to give information without necessary tools or conclusions from the security agencies. So I believe it's a challenge to the security agencies to establish possibly a nexus between the Boko Haram and the herdsmen. Because if you talk of herdsmen, some of them just come, kill, rob, rape, and it's not part of the rearing their cattle. So that's why it's becoming a challenge.
Is the SSS handling this well?
I believe so. I believe, of course, they should be handling it. It's part of their responsibility, intelligence gathering, to pass on to the various action agencies.
Many who say that, look, this is a democracy, and perhaps because, last time they spoke and opinions were divided, that they thought, no, you shouldn't be speaking, you should be working. But now the plan seems to have changed. They don't talk as much as many saw previously. What do you think they should be doing?
Well, I believe, in fact, it was one of the things that informed my coming to the media. Because when the State Security Service, as when we were there in the service, nobody was talking, nobody was saying anything until there's a mistake or a problem, you begin to remember the SSS. So I believe that the State Security Service owes this country the responsibility to let people know what they are doing without actually coming every day to brief, and because that's what the former administration was briefing. But which is better, that you don't get any information or you are getting less information? I think you should need to rejig to inform the people what they are doing, because this lack of information gives a lot of people rooms to speculate. Like this Fulani herdsmen, I expected that the government should have come out to issue a statement. This is what we are doing. This is how we intend to achieve this result. But that is not forthcoming.
You know, about integrating security agencies so that they can work together in harmony and then to get results. A lot of people say that we haven't seen that in terms of maybe the Chibok girls, even this particular one. Does that rivalry still exist?
No, I don't think so. You know, when the war started, we had a lot of challenges on security, rivalry between the various agencies. But I think they are working together. The only problem I have now is that there must be a central command where information is given out to members of the public, where all of them will come out, the defense headquarters, the State Security Service, the police. They should all come together, galvanize the information, let the members of the public know what they are doing, especially on this issue of herdsmen. It's very worrisome. You know, they've carried a lot of havoc, you know, within the south geopolitical zone, southwest, north central. You know what is happening at Agatu and the rest of them. So it's worrisome.
Do we need to rejig the security architecture? Because, I mean, as it is, there are many questions though. And look at that, police website crashed as a result of those who wanted to seek jobs. How should we do? Do we just keep going on the way we are?
Well, life is an evolving situation. There's change. So for every regime, it has its own approach to issues. Like the President Inspector General of Police will continue to hammer and stress the need of intelligence-driven operations. And by so doing, I think he's strengthening his own intelligence department. I also expect that the State Security Service should be doing so by strengthening the intelligence outfit through training. But unfortunately, there's no fund. It's not only to security services. There's paucity of fund everywhere, and I think that's affecting.
Is that security? That would be a security what threat? Challenge?
It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Funding of security, insufficient funding of security is a challenge.
All right, Mike Ejiofor is the former director with the SSS. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Pleasure.
Well, that's our show as well today on the program. We thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week. I'm Chamberlain. Also, goodbye.